hello. Sound check, sound check. Hello, hello. Sound check, sound check, sound check. Sound check, sound check. Hello, hello. Sound check, sound check. One, two, three. Sound check. One, two, three. Okay, kids. Good morning. Hello. Hello, hello. Sound check, sound check. One, two, sound check. One, two, three. Okay, kids. Good morning. Hello, good morning. We'll just wait for more of your, some of your classmates in SPJ, all those from teams A and B, grades 4 to 6. Okay, this will be about. Yeah, is the echo gone now, Mr. Laurel? Hi there, Selma Ricagas. Shout out to you. Type something so that I know that you're here. Okay. Good morning. Okay. It's gone now. Okay, thank you for the feedback. We'll just wait for more of your classmates, your dorm mates. Okay, then. Okay. Who are here? All those from the SPJ, MCCS SPJ, please be here. Hi there, Miss Juliana Linian. Good morning to you. Please don't forget to click like. Okay, I'm here in YouTube because this will be so that others will be able to replay this. Okay, because when we will be at Google Meet, we won't some of and I wouldn't be able to pull click on record. I don't know how to record that, so those who will be able to miss this, they won't be able to replay or review. Okay. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Okay, good morning. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Kent Bryles, Bubble Tea, Mylin GM. Hi there, Dreamer Mylin GM. Echo? Does it still have an echo? Nag-echo pa rin ba? About that? Wala na po? No more echo? about this? No more echo. Okay, no more echo. Okay, there. Don't forget to click like. Please click like. Okay, we'll be starting now. There are, as of this time, there are how many? 11 people watching. So how about the others? This will just be quick. This is about science writings. In elementary, this is science and health writing. In high school, this is science and technology writing. But generally, this is called science writing or science journalism. Okay, as you can see there in the title. This is one of the science writing is one of the individual events. Okay, pang-isahan, pang-solo siya nga contest. Just like feature writing, news writing, editorial writing, column writing, we have science writing. Okay, what is science writing? It's not boring. Okay, you don't have to be a genius in order for you to write very interesting science articles. Okay, so let's watch this. Okay. Okay. Can you see this presentation? Okay, there. Okay. This is, I got this from the National Training Trainers for Campus Journalism. We actually have this, she is our also speaker trainer when I attended the National Journalism training in the year 2015. That was at Davao when I was sent to that journalism training in Davao last 2015, and our speaker was this one, our national speaker. She is a writer, a columnist, no, a journalist from GMA7. Okay, Kapuso. Okay, this is for. Okay, she is Julia Jasmine Santa Romana. Okay, she is a freelance writer and virtual assistant. Okay, let's have this. What is science writing? Science writing, of course, from the two words, you have the word science and, of course, writing. What is science? Science is, it's a systematic body of knowledge, okay? From the word science. Science means knowledge, okay? And of course, you have the writing, that's the act of writing, okay? That's in journalism. So it's writing about science. So writing about scientific subject matter. Your topic, your subject matter, your topic is all about science and how this affects our daily lives of the readers, okay? Often in a non-technical manner for an audience of non-scientists. I want you to take that down. You have there, good morning also, Marl Errol Panizales, hi there. Okay, please click like. Okay, I have there, it's scientific subject matter. Well, that's one. That's a keyword. Then also non-technical manner, because we all know that science when you talk about science, it's very technical. There are many words or jargons, we call it jargons, that we don't understand. As science is just for the nerd, for the weird, for the genius. No, that's the purpose. As a science writer, you have to make science easy and amazing and interesting for those who don't love science. You have to bring science closer. You make them love science, okay? For an audience, because your audience, your readers are the non-scientists, okay? That's the purpose. We are bringing closer, we are making science easier, okay? Simpler for the non-scientists, okay? Kasi kapag halimbawa, di ba, every time kapag, usually in a class, in a natural setting sa atong classrooms, kapag science, boring, matulog lang mo, science man na. They're talking of things that are out of this world, okay? So that's it. You have your main concern there as a science writer, as a science journalist, is to let them understand science as easier, okay? Simpler. There. Now, we have for science writing here in our contest for our journalism, campus journalism, that has 3 parts or 3 categories. We have science news, science feature, and then science editorial. Again, you're going to write science. You can write science in 3 categories. You have science news, science feature, and then science editorial. We are done discussing about what a news is, what feature is, and what editorial is, right? Kapag news, straight lang yun siya. No, do not include yourself, do not attach yourself. Just tell what happens. Okay, yan ang news. For science feature, that's the more like it has human connection. It's more on the human interest. Okay, yan yung science feature. Then also for editorial, it's more about the opinion, your opinion. Okay, it's more of the opinion. There, that's where you are also dealing with news, feature, or editorial, but your topic is science. Okay, that's why it's called. So you have science news, science feature, and then science editorial. Let's start first about science news. Basically, it's just news about science. Good morning, Charmaine Barquez. Hi there. Okay. It just tells what's the latest about science, what's happening in the world. Just like now, science news is very needed right now because of that COVID-19 pandemic. People would want to know how this and what is this virus? How did it all start? How did it begin? How it gets transmitted to other individual? Is it airborne? Is it what? Okay. Where did it start? Yeah, there. And what are the variants? They said that there are now 4 COVID variants found in the Philippines. So people would want to know that, okay? Because actually science is all around us. Science is every day. Science is everything. There is science in every day, okay? That's it. Example here is citizen scientists pitch new uses for paper microscope. It's about paper microscope. So what is the newest or the latest update about science in the world of science? And you have to let people know, the ordinary, the masa, the madlang people know about the latest invention, latest discovery in science, the latest medicine, the newest virus, okay? That's latest news. That's science news. Example here, as you can see here, this example, US-backed UPLB graduate program focused on marine biodiversity. Okay. As you can see, it's still science, but it is news. How do we do the news? What's the structure for news? For the structure of news, we follow the inverted pyramid, okay? Then 1 sentence, 1 paragraph, only kapag news, okay? Kada paragraph anang sa news, one sentence na siya, only one period there. See, as you can see in this example here, we have here. Oh, this is one paragraph, but it's made only of one sentence. How about this? One paragraph, one sentence. One paragraph. This paragraph is only made up of one sentence. This paragraph here is also made up of another, just one sentence. Okay? That's it. How many paragraphs is this article? Is this science news? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 paragraphs only. That's news. That's science news. It's still news, but your topic is science related. Okay? That's it. It just tells what happened. Okay. Now, as a science news writer, where can you get your topic? Of course, through, you can get your topic, your science news in a science fair. Okay? Halimbawa, here in Malaybalay City Central School, we always have that Janeiro when about the outer space. Remember that? Did you attend that last? I guess was there Janeiro last year? I guess there was, because my pupils last year they attended that. I guess that's like 150 pesos in the gym in Malaybalay, in our MCCS gym. They went inside. It's like a dome, diba? Yeah, Janeiro Science Museum, in a science fair, science museum there. School events. We have school events like the feeding program. There is science in there about when doctors and nurses and dentists would visit you kids here in the school. Then you can write about that. Okay. Local science community. What is the latest news there in Malaybalay? How many COVID cases are already in our locality? Okay, make the process of learning science newsworthy. Okay. Okay, here, write a piece of science news based on what happened in your school. This is supposed to be an output, but I already told you that I'm not going to have a performance output or performance task for third and fourth quarter. So we'll just leave this as it is, okay? But during our national seminar last 2015, we were told to do this, okay? We made a science news. Okay, how about here? What's the latest update about in science in MCCS? So merely it's just about COVID, everything COVID, okay? About it. This is now, I'm seeing in my screen here, I'm actually done making our Zephyr, our newspaper. I'm reminding you to please, those who haven't paid yet, you please pay to your SPJ teacher. This one here. So this is it's 12 pages. There. Science news, this is news page. This is, okay, news page, and then opinion or art, this one. Then let's go straight to the science news. After the opinion is feature page. This is 12 pages. Okay, here, this is now like science news, science page. Okay, as you can see here, it's mostly about COVID because it's news, diba? Everything, do not talk about science matters which are not so latest. Okay? The bahaw na because dapat news siya. News, just like fish, it's better served fresh. Kapag mas labas, the fresher, the newer, the better. Okay? Ang balita. So, COVID man ta karon, that's why wala tayo face-to-face na classes because of the COVID. So, mo yung isulat. Okay? May mong topic. Okay, here, science news. COVID 2.0 virus variants. Okay, mga variants sa virus sa COVID na nakasulog sa Philippines. They said there were already 4. Okay, there. This is, okay, there. Barely half of the world stopped because of the coronavirus disease, which was later declared a pandemic. After a year, many countries have recovered and are clear of COVID, but Philippines is still under attack and cases are increasing anew. Okay, nagalista din nila ang upat ka variants sa COVID sa Philippines. And also, I'm so sad about the news sa rising cases sa India. If you're watching CNN Philippines or anything CNN, ang India luoy kay sila karon no, masubra pa sa cases sa Philippines and also sa USA before or even sa Italy before. Ang India, sila ang mas grabe kay karon murag nag-surge ang ilang cases. So that's a news. Here, COVID-19 ARD problem. What flattening the curve means during coronavirus. So these are science news. Okay. There. And also there. That's the latest about in our school here. So manasya, that's something about like science. And also how we part of science news in MCCS is could be or in our locality about our health protocols. Okay, what are the things that we do in order to keep ourselves safe from the transmission from the COVID, from the virus. Okay, so what we do: hand washing, the use of alcohol, the use of face shield and face mask. You can have that. Okay. Now let's go to science feature. What is science feature? Okay. Feature, it's the heart of the newspaper. Okay, but still, it's still feature, but you are now talking about science. Okay, as you know, feature has no specific rule. Okay, walang rules ang feature. As long as you are able to touch the heart, as long as you are able to entertain and inform, there. As long as you are able to dig deeper to the issue, yan ang science feature. But your topic is, of course, science. Okay. Like I said, kapag feature, kailangan may human interest story that also looks into science. Example, ang COVID. Okay. Kapag COVID kaya nga, pag straight news, basa, ana lang siya. But when you dig deeper, what are the other perspective or point of view or version aning COVID. Example here, kining science feature niya diri example is na siya kining diri sa iyang topic, it's still about COVID but ang iya is about mental health. Okay? O pandemic mental health. It's still about pandemic but it's feature pandemic mental health, how to cope with stress. Okay, now you are giving it's a how-to feature. How-to feature, featuring the science about mental stress and how to cope because of the many problems, gaka-stress na mga tao, gaka-depress. So, others even commit suicide, kasi na nila kaya, ang kawadon, they don't have food to eat, something like that. So, it's very important ang atong mental health, no? So, that's it. Here, I'm going to read the example for science feature. Kapag science feature, kapag feature, dili kay siya nga kanang very mabigat. It's not a straight or it's not a heavy news, okay? Pandemic and mental health, how to cope with stress. It is overwhelming to know that it has been more than a year since the world declared a pandemic. A year being isolated from socializing, adjusting to new normal habits, sanitizing minute to minute, and a year of suffering from stress. Stress, yan na explain unsa ang stress. Stress is caused by missing things and, as was said, being isolated. From time to time, everyone is trying to find a way on how to cope with this problem. But sometimes those are not enough to solve it. Medyo kapag drama-drama gani, kapag light, kapag medyo katawanan, something it's feature. Now everyone is left with a question. How can we deal with this? More feature, science feature. Okay, here are some healthy ways you can deal with stress. First is to take care of yourself. Eat healthy foods, exercise every day, get enough sleep, and if you feel stressed out, take some time to rest. Next is to have someone to talk to. Kailangan po ng outlet. Okay, kayo dyan na sa bahay, you need somebody to talk to. Okay, huwag niyong hayaang mag-isa po kayo. Keep yourself busy. That's what we do, no? Kailangan talaga ng outlet. Outlet ibig sabihin, kailangan may mapagsabihan ka ng iyong problema. Huwag mong sarilinin ang problema. Okay, one of the best ways to cope with stress is by socializing. There is a very wide social media. Okay, not at Facebook, you can have that. Okay, and you can talk to your trusted friends. Or if not, talk to your parents. Your parents are there with you sa inyong balay, so you talk to them. Family or relatives. Share your problems and how you feel during these times. Next is avoid drugs. Don't ever do drugs and alcohol. Some people may find it as a temporary escape because some people, especially the matured ones, some parents, maybe some older folks, they tend to drink like alcohol to escape their problem. Na, bakit ka nag-iinom ng alak, tatay, nanay? Kasi para malimutan ko problema. Hindi nila alam na after drinking, nahubog sila, nakatulog, pag mata nila, magyapon nawala ilang problema, di ba? So, okay na siya, basta talagsa lang. Do not make it, just make it occasionally, socially, minimally, okay? There. Next is to avoid drugs and alcohol. Some people may find it as a temporary escape from all the anxiety, but medically it will just destroy the physical and mental being of a person, which will never cure someone's stress. So, hindi po nakaka-cure ng stress ang pag-iinom. Also, never hesitate to detoxify. Mag-detox ka. Yan po ang uso ngayon, D-E-T-O-X. Detox. From the word D, from the prefix D, D-E, meaning to take away, take out, okay? Walain mo. Then tox, that's from the toxins, okay? You're going to take out the toxins from your body. Okay, you drink a lot of water. You drink water with lemon, with tea. That's like a detox. So eat a lot of vegetables. Okay. There. Also, never hesitate to detoxify from the bad news from any media. Also, detox pala ito from the news from the social media. Sometimes, this is social media detoxification, no? Dili magkuan ka, others, I have a lot of friends now na deactivate sila kadjut lang sa ilang Facebook. Siguro they need some they need to get out. If you feel like you need to get out from Facebook, you do it. Take some time off from Facebook. Okay? Sometimes okay man ang mag-social media. Sometimes pag sobra na po, paglain na po. Okay? From the bad news from any media sources. If these cause you to gain more stress, mas gaka-stress na noon ka. Kaya makita nimo dito imong kuan, ang post sa imong, let's just say, sa nangutang sa imo, niya, kagibahilan po, na sila dito, nag-outing-outing na. Ang kakapal. Okay, there. Nakita ba ka na imong crush, may kasamang iba? Oh my God. Okay, there. So, na-stress lang sa social media, sa Facebook. Okay, what I do is, I have Facebook, I have, of course, YouTube. YouTube is social media, but it's like my outlet. Siya po ang aking distressor. Siya ang papawala ng stress ko, ang YouTubing, and also ang Instagram. At least sa Instagram, dili kayo toxic ang mga tao sa IG, sa Instagram. Okay? Ang toxic, ang Twitter. Ang daming toxic people dyan sa Twitter. At saka sa Facebook, ang dami-dami. There. Okay. And enjoy the beauty. You have to enjoy the beauty. Okay. Take a break instead. Go to your backyard. Lumabas ka sa bahay and enjoy the beauty of nature. Magtanim ka dyan ng gulay. Okay, last is, if all of these steps won't work, feel free to reach out to counselors. Mag-consult ka ng mga doktor. Okay? Psychologists or social workers, so they can truly help you on how to cope with this. Okay? Kapag you need a medical na kuan na yun, okay. Even ako I guess that was January or February, I had a really, I was so anxious. So I actually called on a friend. I told a lot of friends, I met with my friends. Then I planned to have myself, I planned to consult a, what's that? Not really a doctor sa ano, kana siya. But wala dayon kay I was so stressed diri sa school, sa trabaho sa school. Yeah, to get rid of the toxins. Okay, this pandemic has given us not only sickness on physical health, but also to our mental health. It may be really hard to adjust and to cope with this stress that we are facing, but always remember that these are all normal and valid. Normal lang po ang mga stress na ito and they are valid. Okay? At hindi ka po nag-iisa. Okay? We are all in this together. Hashtag stronger together. Let us all unite and show our support to each other, and in God's will, we will heal as one. Heal physically and then mentally. Importante po ang ating mga mental health sa panahon ng pandemic na ito. Yan. That's one sample of a science feature. Its feature, you are touching the lives of people by your story, yet your story, your topic, the subject matter is science. It's about pandemic. It's about COVID. Okay? Gidiscuss ba niya din unsa ang COVID? Did he or she, did the writer go into detail? Okay? Kung nag-talk ko sa kanus-an ako ng COVID, ana-ana, unsa na mga affected, pila ng cases? Wala, di ba? So this is now on science feature. That's it. Now let's go to, okay. For feature, you have to remember that you have to write for your audience. As much as possible, you have to pretend that you are reading your own work. Okay, you have to write. Do not forget to ever put your audience into consideration. Okay. Otherwise, if you are just writing for yourself, just writing for for somebody in particular, or kuan siya, you won't be able to touch the heart of your audience, of your reader. So para man sa ilaha, so you have to make sure na at least malingaw sila, they will learn a lesson, okay? Right? You have to remember that you have to write for your audience. And because this is science, though it is a feature, you have to remember that a feature is not fiction. Hindi po siya fiction, hindi po siya katang-isip lamang ang feature. It's factual. Okay? So in order to keep it factual, you have to make research, you have to do research. Read a lot, because you can never share anything that you do not know. Okay? You will only write even better, you will only write even more if you learn and know and read more. Okay? And also, you have to simplify but don't dumb it down. Okay? Like I said, you have to make, yung kaninang introduction ko, it's science writing is making science simpler, easier for our readers who are not non-science, who are not interested in science. But do not dumb it down. Huwag mong silang gawing tanga, huwag mo silang gawing bobo. Okay, just keep it at a minimal. Just you also have to let them think. Okay. Now, this is now for the editorial writing for science editorial. Okay, science editorial. Remember that editorial, it has to do with opinion. But opinion na ano siya, do not make it too personal. You are not, kapag editorial, you are not allowed to use I, me, mine. Okay? You can use we, ourselves. Okay? But not ako. You are not allowed to use ako, akin, ko. Okay? Now, editorial, science editorial, you have to stop or prevent plagiarism. What is plagiarism? Plagiarism, that's parang inaangkin mo ang ideya ng iba. It's cheating. It's pangungupya. Okay? Pag nanakaw yan ng ideya ng iba, that's plagiarism. Okay? Yung copyright niyan. Okay? Halimbawa, ang quotation na ito ang sinabi ni ko, inangkin mo. Hindi mo siya gi-cite. Okay? That's why natin makakita sa mga post sa uban nun ay credits to the owner. Okay? CTTO. Tana siya. And kung kailangan, you have to mention, if you know the tao, the writer, the original author, you have to write his or her name. Okay? To avoid plagiarism. Ensure that the story is comprehensible. Comprehensible, ibig sabihin po, understandable, naiintindihan ng makamasa, ng mga masang tao. Your science editorial or your science feature or even your science news should be understood by mga tindera, mga drivers, mga chismosa dyan sa kapitbahay ninyo. Kailangan maintindihan nila yung science na editorial mo. Okay, otherwise, walang silbi yan. Okay, here's what Dr. Michael Puruganan said about science writing or science journalism. He said that when reporting about science or when writing about science, you should be able to explain it to your mom. Okay, kapag ka daw nagsusulat ka o nag-ulat ka tungkol sa agham, siyensya o agham, kailangan yaong maiintindihan kung paano ka nagpapaliwanag sa iyong mama o nanay. Okay? Because nanays, and your mothers, most of the mothers, I'm not saying that all, most of the mothers are staying, they're the ones taking charge, taking care of the household, di ba? Lalo sa yung naiiwan sa bahay. So alam nila, pero alam nila yung tungkol lang sa bahay, yan. So only of the common things, okay? Kailangan malaman nila, dapat maintindihan, magpaliwanag ka na kailangan maintindihan ng iyong mama. Okay? Now, here's the tip. Kapag nagsusulat ka raw, bago mo ilathala, after writing your science editorial or science news or science feature, bago na sa nimo ipa-release or i-publish, ipagawas, ipa-check sa imong mama, ipabasa sa imong mama. And you will know. You will learn a lot from your mothers. Uy, anak, di man ko kay kasabot ani. Di kita. Mo na siya. Your nanay will be your more siya imong reader. Siya ang imong editor, siya ang imong consultant, siya ang imong critic. Okay? Naganong manay ka, wa kay kasabot gyud si nanay ani. Posible di pud makasabot ang ubang readers ani. Kaya wa man kasabot si nanay. So, imo na siya ipa-simplify gamay. Okay, that's it. Okay, this is food for thought, adobo and the Filipino genome. Okay, this is now still about science featuring the adobo. Adobo lang ni siya, and then unsa din ang naa sa adobo. So na is science. It's still about recipe, it's still about cooking. Nga murag may ko na, but still imong gikuan naa di science ani. Okay, imong explain. Okay. Examples on science feature. Okay, we have here science feature ni siyang Rage from Haze. This was written by my science writer last year. Okay. Rage from Haze is about forest fire. Okay, forest fire. So that's a science feature. No trash left behind. Okay, that's science feature also. I guess I don't have science here. Science editorial. Okay. There. Now let's go to science editorial. Okay. Science editorial, a newspaper article written by or on behalf of an editor that gives an opinion on a science issue. It's an opinion, but your topic is science. Okay? There. You have to focus on the facts. Okay, facts. You have to focus on the facts. Analysis of the issue must be based on scientific facts and following the scientific method. Scientific method, so you have there observation. You have to observe. You have to make a guess or your hypothesis. Then you have to try. There are 7 scientific methods. You will learn more of those when you get to high school, grade 7. Assumptions. These are your imong guess. Raised must be based on solid logic and following the scientific method. Okay? It should be logical ang imong mga reasonings. Dili pwede nga basta-basta lang kay kung ano mo gistudihan ang imong mga rason, ang imong mga evidences. Okay? Make sure that that's because in editorial, when writing editorial, you have to make a point or you stand, and you support your stand with evidences, with the reasons. Kaya kailangan mo ng facts. numbers, unsa istorya ani, unsa istorya sa doktor, sa scientist, anak. That's science editorial. Okay. Example here is the garden view on Ebola. Kini siya nga time Ebola, that's this is another virus no, even before kining sa katong COVID-19 na Ebola. Okay? Sa una po ganitong anthrax, unsa pa tong mga SARS, unsa pa to sa una, okay? Fighting fear as well as infection. There. It's still science, but this is opinion. Okay. Now, what issues in your community are affected by science? There's supposed to be pictures here. Direct lagi na clip. Okay. I can't see the picture. Okay. There. You have here. Usually, issues about kanang sa mga bagyo, okay? Weather, about health, about food, our diet, okay? Kailangan ba ng diet? Ano ba ang tamang diet? Okay? That's it. You can have your opinion about the best way about dieting. Meron bang best way? What is the most effective way? Yan. About let me just get back to the feature. No? Isa sa mga pinakakuan about sa feature is something about science or science phenomenon or topic, but it has human interest is kaning I am always fascinated and I always wonder. I am always amazed by paano nagkakaroon ng yung twins. Wow, this is really such one of those creations or wonders sa God, no? About sa twins. Jerry plus one Jerry. I have somebody who looks and talks and walks and acts exactly the way I do. Twins. Mag-unsa kaya siya? So that's one of those but that can be explained in science through a science feature. Diba? Yan. Unsa pa yung mga kuan about sa science nga. Which is science feature nga ganahan kay mo magkuan. Okay, that's one of those. Okay, this is now, we're almost done. This is now on, I don't know if you can get this. These are science memes, okay? Aspirational cells. I just want to do more with my life than consume, metabolize, excrete waste, and reproduce. Know what I mean? What is she talking about? Okay. These are cells. Okay. Okay. How about this? You know, diamonds are made by pressure. Okay? Okay, there. Your dad's, there are carbons, this one here and the left. Yang parang uling na yan. Those are carbon. Your dad's been under a lot of pressure lately. See? Now that's a meme. That's a joke. Okay. Then, si dad, it's a carbon nga na pressure, so naging a diamond. See? You don't become a diamond without pressure. So even in our problems keep pressuring us, but they're only meant to keep us stronger, shinier, better, more precious. See? Okay. Yeah, about this one. I lost an election. Are you positive? What happened here to my end? What is it? Okay. I lost an election. Are you positive? So that's a joke. Okay, there. Good morning, good morning. Are there questions? There. That's about science writing or science journalism. So remember that science, how do I get or how do I identify my science writer? One, of course, they must know a lot about science or are willing to know more about science. I only get to know that if I get to see your science grades when you were in grade 5 or when you are already in grade 6. That's one. Then of course how you write. Okay, there's a format that you will have to know when you write in science. There. Make sure that it's not boring. Okay, you should know you should know a lot about science, what's happening, and you should know how to explain that. Okay, that's science writing, science and health writing, science and technology writing. There. So are there questions? Mm-hmm. Next week, is there a OC this afternoon? I think we don't have OC. I don't have a schedule. Maybe tomorrow I'm free. We'll have OC for week 6. Okay, this one today this is only for SPJ. Okay, all right. I will just announce later. Okay. Other questions about our topic? Science is very broad. You can have science about animals, anything that surrounds us. That's you can write just anything about in science. Okay, there. If for feature KMJS, kato sila kang mga Corina Sanchez rated K feature to sila. For science, I would encourage you to watch, of course, Discovery Channel. What else? Yung kay yung Matanglawin ni Kuya Kim. No, there. Yan, these are science nano or sa patong kang Dingdong Dantes bitaw. Yung kang Dingdong Dantes yung I believe something. I don't know the title of the show. So meron kay Dingdong Dantes. Correct. Mark Suela National Geographic Channel. You can have that. What else? What are other science shows? Para maka-learn pa magkuan. Amazing Earth. That's it. Amazing Earth. That's the title. Yeah. What are other science? Of course, you have that. Yung sa Siniskwela, tugay naman sa ABS-CBN, Siniskwela. There, that's science. Okay. Okay, I guess the Animal Planet. Okay, yeah, thank you, Kent. Animal Planet, that's it. There's a lot of that in our TV shows, in our TV. Okay, I guess, Born to be Wild. I also was supposed to mention that. Born to be Wild. These are science-related TV shows, TV programs. Okay? Discovery Channel, yeah, very good. Jaliana Linian. Okay? These are all making science really amazing and simpler and interesting and fun. Science is not boring, okay? Depende kung yun saan mo pagsulat, yun saan mo pagtell sa story or ang balita, okay? It's not science nga, para kag nagsalat lang giant science journal. Iba po yung science journalism sa writing a science article or science journal, okay? Iba po yun. Okay, I guess I gotta have to end this here. Thank you. Bye. Don't forget to like. and broadcast. Bye.